I mean, we're good. We get right back up. This is a resilient basketball team. Win or lose, that game really doesn't have any bearings on us and our goals that we need. So we get a chance to get back out there and play in one of the toughest leagues in the country.
Vandy's record is not that great, but have you talked to the team about not overlooking them and about how they're still in the SEC just like y'all are?
Absolutely. I mean, they're the last place team, but they don't play like it. They're young. A lot of their games have been close games, and we want to not lose sight of that. We got a good basketball team, and when we're working on all cylinders on both sides of the ball, we're a hard team to be reckoned with, and that's what we need to bring tomorrow night.
How much has Coach Balkum helped in scouting this team?
She recruited a lot of them. She's been a big help. Obviously we've seen a lot of film on them, but she gives us little nuances on what she saw and why she recruited them, and the things that they're really good at.
You talk about this team as a resilient bunch, able to bounce back, but does it still sting a little? I mean, you had a chance to really pull off a big win, or is it easy to put in the rearview mirror and just focus on what's in front of you and that's trying to win an SEC championship?
We're done with it. Just like we're done. We got 24-hour rule. It's over and done with. And we got to really concentrate on what's in front of us. Because if you look too far back or forward, the team that's right in front of you will end up stinging you. And we don't have that type of team.
The transition defense against you kind of really in a few games has been kind of lax, I guess. What have you done to address that?
You have to take care of the ball. Our transition defense has been us not taking care of the ball. It's hard when you turn the ball over against a team like a UConn. Any team in our league, it just leaves to imbalance defensively. And as long as we're taking expected shots, and even if we have like dead ball turnovers, we have an opportunity to set up our defense. And when we have that, we're pretty good.
Dawn Kayla's having a little bit of a tough stretch shooting. Do you say anything to her? What's her attitude been these past couple of days?
With Kayla, I know it's tough on her. She wants to impact our team, and she is. And I want her to not lose sight of the other things that she's doing for our team. It's going to come together. Obviously we're going to try to get her some cleaner looks, get her some move her around a little bit, utilize her versatility some to see if we can get her going.
When you rewatched the film of Monday night, I mean, do you come away from that thinking, we really had a chance here, or how do you view that when you looked at it the second time?
Yeah, we got a chance if we can execute and not have the lapses at the end of the second quarter and the third quarter. I mean, we're right there. We're 4 minutes left in the third quarter. It's a 3-point game with us with the ball. So you take some good things, and I just don't think. Elena had a lot of activity. If she's got activity, it's hard. And I don't like to, point out one or two players, but she's a force. There's nobody in the country that, that does what she does when she's on. And we talked about it a little bit. It's just like Gabby Williams. Nobody does what she does. She's able to, impose her will. If Lay's able to impose her will, I like the big girl, and I like our chances of winning when she's like that.
The fact that your team was as poised and in that game for as long as they were, I mean, what do you think that bodes for this group going forward as you look into March?
We're a work in progress, and I know a lot of people want us to be that finished product now, but we got a freshman point guard, we got two very talented wings that came from totally different systems. And we're just trying to mesh it all together. And we do got a lot of coaches out there that want to coach our basketball team. But you can't just coach on game days. Yeah, you gotta get in here. You gotta coach on, waking up, losing to a team, and then getting them back. Psychologically, you gotta coach them psychologically as well. So we got a lot of people, a lot of fans, probably listening to this now. Be fans. Don't be coaches, because there's a lot that goes into coaching that it's just not X and O.
When your outside shooters are going through a little bit of a shooting slump, do you want them to stay out there and keep shooting until they break it, or would you rather them try to drive the lane a little more and get a higher percentage shot?
Yeah, we want them to be aggressive. I think the UConn game was totally different game plan than we've ever, we've ever done. And we're going to grow from it. There were opportunities for us to be more aggressive and putting the ball on the floor. Sometimes when you do that, they do get a little gun shy, and they just think that they're supposed to stand out there and shoot. But they can be aggressive. They can attack the gaps of defenses and attack when they're in man as well. So hopefully we can put it all together.
Coach, what does playing a game like that in that kind of caliber, that kind of an environment do when you then have to get back into SEC play? What does it do for this team to impact you guys?
I mean, some of the games in the SEC are like that. I mean, we play in that environment every day, not necessarily like in an opposing gym. But I think it's just good for basketball. It's good going into March. It's good into, getting tournament ready. I mean, it's good to get experience playing a team like UConn. And it's good to see the results. I mean, we were poised. I mean, other than having a couple of lapses, we were poised. We weren't frightened. We didn't, from beginning of the game to the end of the game. I think it gives us a boost knowing that, and the coaches knowing that, our players can execute a game plan. Our players can play a different style of play that will add to what we need to do as we head into the end of the season and the postseason.
Coach, let's talk about being back at home. The attendance is up, every year. You guys create a great atmosphere, and I think one of the reasons for that is DJ Louis V. Just talk about what he brings to the home atmosphere during those home games.
Oh, my DJ Louis V. And, I think what he brings to the table is, he's the man behind the music. Our players, they give him a playlist every game, and he usually comes through. I hear it from, back in the locker room. He's embraced our basketball team. We've embraced him, and that's what it's all about, giving, a young DJ an opportunity to play and to entertain 13,000 fans.
How'd you guys get connected?
Big club, Colonial Life Arena.
Dawn, in a couple weeks, you mentioned March. A couple weeks from now, there's going to be a lot of postseason basketball in the state of South Carolina.
Yeah.
3-4 years ago, we couldn't talk about any of that stuff. We all know why. But how exciting is it to know that South Carolina is going to get to showcase itself in college basketball over the next month or so?
I mean, it's from a horrific tragedy, something good. So the Charleston Nine, obviously. We feel for their families and what happened. But at least it wasn't done kind of in vain. I think former Governor Haley did a great job in seizing the moment. And I think, because of it, the rest of the country is going to see what South Carolina has to offer. And what they have to offer is its people. The people down here are truly special, hospitable, and the ones that get, the opportunity to come here and play, they're gonna feel all of that.
I guess it must be good for you too to know that if you go into somebody's home, you don't even have to worry about that question coming up anymore.
I mean, it's great. It's great because some coaches did use that against us, and which is unfortunate. But I think I am happy that I've been a historical moment in the state as such, and it's a bittersweet moment, but it's a proud moment.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.